But first, calling from L.A., I do believe, Bill Burr. Bill.
What's up, man?
Hi, Bill Burr. I was very happy to look over to my right on the phones and see that you were sitting there waiting to talk to us.
You know what? Yeah, I'm sitting out here in my hybrid out in Los Angeles.
That hybrid.
And you thought of Anthony?
No, you know what's been bugging me is, I trashed the ShamWow back in the day. I actually had to give not 100% detraction, but I wasn't quite using the product correctly.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, what happened? Because anytime anyone crows about the ShamWow, which, by the way, in Popular Mechanics, they did a whole thing on 10 seen-on-TV products, and the ShamWow got a huge, stunning review.
I read that very same article, and I was very surprised to see the ShamWow getting decent reviews.
And all I've been saying, one moment, Mr. Burr. All I've been saying is, well, Bill Burr got it, and he said the plastic it came in was more absorbent than the ShamWow, I believe was your quote. So what has happened to change your tune?
I was walking through a mall, and I'm seeing this guy demonstrating the ShamWow to all these idiots, and he's got the little Janet Jackson headset on, just like the guy in the commercial.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to heckle this guy.
He's heckling a guy on the wall.
And I'm going to tell everybody what a fraud this product is. So he starts wiping stuff up, and I start heckling him, telling everybody that the thing's basically a piece of crap and it doesn't work. And I was waiting for him to completely implode, and he didn't. He calmly asked me to come over, and he goes, here, let me show you how to... Evidently, you have to get the ShamWow... This doesn't make any sense, but you have to get the ShamWow wet first.
Yes, it's a chamois. If you've ever used a chamois, which they're normally for years have been used to dry top-end cars.
Shut your
And
face.
what you do is you get it damp. I use a chamois on my Mustang.
You're an expert on chamois?
On chamois. Just because you put a wow at the end of it doesn't mean it's a different fucking animal. It's a chamois.
How come you didn't say this when I was bitching about it 2 months ago?
I didn't watch you use it.
You know what? You're one of those Wikipedia guys. you just looked this shit up, and now you're just spitting it back at me like you're some sort of professor.
I have a chamois in my garage this very second that I use on my Mustang when I wash it.
I'd like to stuff one of those in your mouth and get all the saliva out of your mouth so you.
Well, it probably wouldn't work because you'd use it wrong.
Oh! Sticking it dry.
Sticking in dry. Ooh, that sounds sexy.
Yeah, so
Sure it does. Teach him who's boss.
So, Bill, you have to get the thing wet. This guy's showing you in front of a lot of people at the mall?
You have to get it wet, but I got to admit, it still doesn't absorb a fish tank's worth of water, but it definitely works better.
So are you saving paper towels?
No, I'm still buying paper towels.
Yeah, I went through. I was thinking of you. See, we think of each other when we do horrific things that we know would upset the other one.
Yeah.
I was taking a beer out of the fridge, of course, and another one decided to follow the one I had in my hand out and fell on the floor and just exploded. And instead of using a towel, a sponge, or anything, I used an entire roll of paper towels. A giant roll, and just went frr, 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 all over the floor. So it covered the entire thing, and then kind of picked up everything, the water, the glass, whatever dirt was on the floor at the time. And all I thought is I'm carrying this giant, it looked like a big papier-mâché float head over to the garbage. Bill Burr would be so pissed at me right now for wasting.
Yeah, he's a bit greener than you.
He is.
No, I would have broken out in hives watching you do that.
Hey, Bill, what about... Yeah, go ahead.
I got to tell you guys this. Listen to this.
Yeah.
I got a rat problem out here in L.A. I pull
Jimmy
my car into the garage. I come home late at night, and on cold nights, if it's kind of raining out here, evidently some... Can I curse on this?
Yes, you can.
Okay, evidently some fucking rat it crawls up into my engine when it's still warm,
Ooh.
and it just snuggles up in there. I had no idea. I kept turning my car on, and I'm smelling like this urine smell.
It's pissing in your fucking, like your heat ducts.
The little fucking bastard. So I bring my little faggy hybrid down to the Toyota dealership, and they go,
you sure it wasn't you sure it was a rat and not the engine?
No, that's a hamster, Anthony.
Oh, sorry. Little rascals.
You know, cats will do that, too, with the engines. But go ahead. So you bring it down to the dealership?
Yeah, so they take me aside, and they say that I have rat droppings in my air conditioner filter.
Holy shit.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Breathing in rat duty.
Yeah, so I go so immediately, I'm like, I'm going to kill this fucking rat, right?
Yep.
So I go to the hardware store. You know those little glue traps that they have?
Well, the most humane of all rat traps.
Yes.
The
The
glue,
most evil ones, yeah.
where they stay alive for a week.
Why not hire 10 mice to stab it?
I highly recommend the glue traps. A lot of fun to see the damn thing struggling. And I'm not an animal guy, but wow, when you see their ears stuck to the fucking glue
It's great.
mat,
Their faces stuck.
and they're making noises you didn't think a rat could make.
Looks like E-Rock with fluff on his head.
Yeah. All right, so you got the glue traps there, Bill.
Yeah, because basically they scared the hell out of me, saying somebody else had the same thing happen to their car, and the stupid rat crawled up in there, started chewing up wires, and basically disabled this entire hybrid. So I'm in a panic now that I'm going to lose a $22,000 car because of some fucking rat. So I buy like literally 30 of those fucking glue traps, and I just duct tape them to to like a cardboard box, and I just slid it underneath my car.
Don't tell me your car got stuck in the trap because it didn't have the power to fucking back out.
That's because you drive.
That is great.
Basically what happened. You just killed the bitch.
No, come on.
No, listen, Mia, my girlfriend, stinks at driving. She's typical city girl. She got her driver's license when she was like 36. You know?
Yeah.
So I put the stupid trap things underneath the car, and she goes to go to the gym, and I'm in the apartment. I'm thinking, oh shit, I didn't tell her about the rat traps. I got to make sure when she comes home, I put the car in the garage. And right before she drives in the driveway, I get a phone call. And as I'm getting off the phone, she comes walking in the back, and I'm like, freaking out, going, did you see the rat trap? She's like, yeah, no problem. I pull in. Dude, I go downstairs. She drove right over the fucking thing. I literally had to spend like 45 minutes on my knees in rat turds with this screwdriver trying to get this fucking thing off of my tire.
We just drove down the road like that.
Two of them were stuck on my pathetic excuse for a fucking tire, and I was just sitting there. The words coming out of my mouth, it was brutal. I was just like, I'm buying a fucking Hummer. I don't give a shit. This doesn't happen to people who have real cars. I think I'm over the hybrid.
Yeah, you really should get over that. It's not. It really. I don't see it making much of a difference. The price of gas is down.
Are you looking at Wikipedia again, Anthony?
No.
Are you scrolling down right now?
Anthonypedia. That's me.
Hey, Bill, they say if you have one rat, that means you have many rats.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I learned that from Jim Norton because I came in here with a little mouse problem. I said, I got this dumb mouse in my apartment. Jimmy goes, if you have one, that means you have a lot. You're infested if you could see one.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I had 60 kills under my belt before I moved out of that joint.
Oh, what you use the glue?
You know what? The glue really bothered me. You wake up in the morning and there's like a mama fucking mouse with a couple babies on its back, all glued to the trap. I'm like, I can't deal with this. So I got the electric ones that zap them.
You got to finish them off. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Finish them off.
He's right though, because you can't just like throw them in the garbage and go.
Yeah.
you got to smash their little heads.
Some people do that because they don't have the nerve to kill the rat, so they just throw it into the garbage and prolong. The person the thing
the person suffering.
No, Bill makes a good point. If you're going to be brave enough to use the glue traps, you got to finish them off.
You got to finish them off.
You can't be a pussy.
You got to be like Commodus and give them the thumbs down and then go in there.
I was smashing their little mouse heads with. I forgot what I used, but awful.
I was going to call you and try to figure out because after my rage went down and I put the glue traps underneath my car. I was kind of thinking, like, man, some rats are, like, as big as a cat.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to finish this thing off? I don't have a gun. I'm not getting anywhere near it because I'm not going to get bit. I was thinking about getting, like, a sword or something.
Yeah, that'd probably work from a distance. You could do that.
How about a medieval mace? Or maybe a suit of iron and a fucking horse?
Smash them.
Jesus. Okay, Bill, why don't you joust it?
Rats.
Well, it's not like I could step. If it was a mouse, I could just put on some fucking work boots and step on the thing. But if it's a rat,
Yeah.
Well, if you could get them on, like, if it's just one piece of that sticky stuff, you could use the old car. If you had a good car, you just put them under the tire and let old reverse do the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, with my luck, somebody would film it, and then the cruelty to rat people would come over and start protesting outside my apartment.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah, you got to live your life. You're living there, for fuck's sake. You're driving that car. You don't want rat piss and shit. You could get that fucking Hunter virus from rat droppings.
My cheap fucking landlord to solve the problem, because my apartment's nice, but the garage, I swear to God, that the thing's from like 1935. You can literally see through it. So he sends two people over here. Not only do they not even speak English, they got like this particle board that they're using to fill up some of the holes. And I swear to God, you know what? The guy's using a fucking, like a miter, not a miter saw, like a skill saw. And this is how broke the people were that he sent over here. You know what he's using for a sawhorse?
What?
His fucking thigh.
A what? His thigh?
Yeah, he had the board there, and it's slipping, and he's just using the skill saw. I had to look away.
Wow, yeah.
This guy is going to cut his fucking leg off.
Entertainment value at least.
No kidding.
Wow, that's creepy.
All right, I ended a minute ago.
Hey, Bill, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay. I think you did okay.
No, you did very well.
Bill, you called me. I apologize. I didn't call you back. I forgot. Then as soon as I heard you were on the phone, my shame hit me. I realized I never called you back, so I apologize.
Shame.
Hey, Bill.
Your own shame washed over you, Jimmy?
I just realized, you called me. I realized I forgot to call you back, so I'm sorry.
Hey,
oh, you're a fancy guy, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying I should have. I'm just saying I'm sorry I didn't.
I just figured your people hadn't gotten in contact with you yet.
Yeah, I when I have messages, I'll just tell somebody, like, have somebody call Bill and tell him I'm,
Busy.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you're into those late-night products. Have you seen the Snuggies yet?
The Snuggies, no.
Yeah, well, you're into
God.
ShamWow and you haven't seen the Snuggie?
That's late-night TV,
sounds
my
like
friend.
an adult blanket for a pedophile.
It's blankets with sleeves.
It's a blanket with sleeves. It makes you look like a cult member. It's the most horrific thing. You got to look it up online.
It's a fucking robe that you put on backwards.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
Does it have a hood?
No.
It should
Just
have
a blanket with fucking sleeves. It's the most ridiculous thing.
It's horrible.
It
I'll
was
tell you,
big
the
for
latest
Christmas.
thing I bought that P90X thing. Have you seen that?
No.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
What are you,
It's
a
for
fighter plane?
basically guys like us, guys who are right around 40, who have sort of stayed in shape. It's your last ditch attempt to get shredded.
Oh, no.
And, no, this one is actually really good. I highly recommend it, but you have to do the diet.
Is it a machine or a supplement or...
Yeah, what is it?
It's basically, it's 12, hour-long DVDs.
Uh-oh.
And you remember that muscle confusion thing that I was making fun of, saying everybody in their 40s is going to need a hip replacement in 10 years?
That's what it is?
Well, some days it's regular, like push-ups and weightlifting, and then other days it's stuff like I never heard of, like plyometrics. And they got you jumping around like you're going to play cornerback in the Super Bowl. And definitely makes you drop some weight, but your hips start talking to you after a while.
Not made for the hips.
No.
Mess.
Oh, God.
It should have ended this 2 minutes
I should
ago.
have ended after the rat story. I don't know why you guys haven't hung up on me.
That story was fantastic.
Yeah, all right, Bill. Thank you.
All right, guys.
See you soon, man.
Thank you very
All right,
much for putting up with that last 2 minutes.
No, it's all good.
fucking
And thank you for Joe DeRosa. He did our show a couple times. He did pretty well for us.
Oh, yeah, he called me up. He was all excited about it.
Yeah, I know
he's a
one of
good
your
guy.
He's obviously one of your boys, so we appreciate it. All right, Bill, see you soon, will you?
All right, guys.